Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the changes to the Age of Empires 2 scenario editor that came with the anniversary update. All in all, there are 17 new effects and 6 new conditions. You now can use scripts which work essentially like you would code in C and can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And now you can also change player colors of certain objects, their civilization names, the player names. You can enable and disable unit targeting. You can finally have access to technologies, so change technologies, where they get researched, what they cost, what the descriptions are, and so on and so forth. Also, you can make them repeatable. And what is quite interesting is the OR condition. Let me just show you a few of those things in this little scenario here. So I've got 3 example triggers set up. First one enables a technology. This is also new. You do have a few technologies available which make your resources last up to 200% longer. So this way you can get away with not adding too many resources to your map, but still having sufficient amounts for players to do stuff. And here in this case I made it researchable from the mill, and also edited the description of that technology because, well, I now can do that. And here I activated trigger, another new feature. We just click to go to trigger, and then we see which trigger the previous one activated. This here is a script call effect. And here just some lines of code which basically sets the amount of food and wood player 1 has to 150 and 275. And here the third trigger I use OR, so it's called the condition separator, and it does, well, exactly what you would expect it to do. So if I select this building, or if I select this building, or the effects happen. So previously you would, for each possible condition, you would have to do known trigger. It would have been a lot of work. I mean, it got easier with the copy triggers. But I mean, this just makes more sense. It makes it all a lot more understandable, more readable. It's such an easy operator, but it spares you from doing so much work. So pretty great that we've got the small things like these here. And then the effect of the trigger are: I disable unit targeting on the blacksmith, disable object selection on the blacksmith, so I cannot attack it anymore, and I cannot select it anymore. And this is really useful if you want to create true Gaia buildings, true background buildings, or maybe you want to have special units only being attackable at certain times. Maybe you want to do a boss fight or something. There's a lot of options with this. And then, just for the fun of it, I am modifying the player color and the player name of this archery range here. So let's see this here in action. So in the middle, now we got the technology which makes our resources last longer. Boom, there we go. And now if we either select the archer range or the tower, let's go for the tower. There we go. Change its color. Change the name of the player controlling it. So in this case it is a mercenary archery range, but we still can use it. And those units get displayed as being green, but actually they will be blue once they leave the barracks, the archery range, because I mean it's still our building technically, only the color and the name changed. And now, as you can see, let's just trade some villages. This script actually keeps the resources at 150. And see this blacksmith, it's controlled by an opponent, but we cannot select it anymore, and we cannot attack it anymore. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of the new changes and additions to the editor, and I hope I could inspire you to try them out for yourself. Especially the scripts are something I need to get into deeper, because there's a lot of options you can do with it. It's more complicated than what you would usually do with triggers, but it has quite some potential, so that's something I will look into, and I will also provide tutorials at a given time. Until then, I can only recommend you a little guide on the Forgotten Empires website. Whoever made that has really helped me out quite a bit, and it's good to just get a short introduction into scripting for Age of Empires 2. Anyways, as always, thanks for being around, thanks for watching, see you next time. This has been Alkalim. Goodbye.